Here we are. We've got our pattern cut out. Head pattern, chin pattern. Don't need those at the moment. We're going to start with the mouth. Make a nice strong mouth. This is foam core board. It's paper. It's got foam in the middle. It's used for signs, science fair displays. You can get this at Staples, Walmart, lots of places. I like this for mouth plates. You could also use plastic corrugated sign. They use for signboards. Some people use stiff cardboard. I don't like cardboard. Cardboard will wear out quickly. I do like this. The next step is to draw my patterns on the board. Put this right flush with the bottom. That gives me I got a straight bottom line. What do you know? Trace my pattern. Here we go. You need to mark that center. I'll mark that center. Okay, my top and the bottom are the same. This would be the bottom if they were different. It's going to be the bottom anyways, but and the top, right along that edge. A nice flat edge there. This would be the top. Oops, got to mark that center. That comes in real handy when you start putting the foam on the puppet, lining it up to the mouth. There we go, mark that center. You can use scissors. I got this nice little razor blade here. I'm going to use this razor blade. First time I come around, I'm not going real deep yet. This will actually become the guideline for what I want to do. Now I want to try to cut deeper. That first little groove I make helps me keep lined up. So I don't go real deep the first time. Second time, cutting down to the bottom. There's the top. Okay, some people I've seen cut these out of thin plywood, like a thin birch you would use in model airplanes, remote control airplane building. If you want, you could build it out of plywood. And then of course you need to use a saw, and probably sand the edges. Depends on what you're building, who you're building it for, how long you want it to last. This lasts. This will last forever. But the plywood is a choice, as is the corrugated plastic. You could also use storage bin lids or coffee can lids. Adam Schutinger, he cuts his mouth plates out of coffee bin lids. Not coffee bin, storage bin lids. Now, when I put this mouthpiece together, I'm going to want a gap in here. This gap allows me to put fabric on the inside of the mouth and it's still bend. I'm just going to lay my ruler right here. Oh, probably about a pencil width. It's about a pencil width from the edge of the board to the ruler. Just cut right along there. take this piece, measure it with the mouth, it's flush on this end, right about there. So when I put my mouth together, it's going to be 3 pieces. And that little piece in the middle is going to give me, when it's closed, I'll be able to have room inside the mouth for the fabric. I'll turn these over. It doesn't really make a difference. They're identical on both sides. Now for this next step, you can use duct tape, the old silver duct tape, or it comes in lots of different colors. This is gaffer's tape. It says gaff on the inside. You need a piece about the size of the mouth. This does not tear as easy as duct tape, which is why I use it actually, because it's stronger tape. Right down flat. This is the inside of my mouth. And now you notice I have room in here. I put some fabric. Still got lots of room. The next step is the back side. Okay, this will be the inside of the mouth. This will be the part that's inside the puppet. Nice thing about this little hinge too, you notice I got a little play. I'll put my mouth together. I'll be able to have a little play. If you lay this flat and then tape this side, it's not going to want to bend. You notice this side does not want to bend. It wants to bend this way. So what you got to do is close the mouth before you put the tape on. Same size here again. I'll lay that down. Close this mouth. Whoops! I'll drop this mouth first. Close the mouth. Lay that there. Fold this up. Do the other side. So fold it up. Now, my mouth can open and close. Wants to stay open. Ah, likes to fall too. Does like to fall. There we go. Got a nice little mouth plate. Get that flush and flat back there. Trim off this extra tape. So that's looking good there. Go up to tape and go trim off down here. That's nice and flush. Again, we'll mark the centers. I notice I'm a little off. Muscle that a little bit. There we go. The reason I marked down the edge is I'm going to be putting cloth on this, so I need to cover that up. There we go. That's looking good now. I got it nice and worked out. The inside of the mouth last. We're going to need to do the outside of the mouth. Inside of the puppet head. What I like to do, I could put elastic or thumb finger tubes right directly on this, but I don't like to do that. I like to cover this with cloth. It's going to make it a little stronger. Don't need the tape. Get that out of the way. Cut this cloth just a little bigger. Now, this is trouser pants. This is trouser pant cloth. When I buy pants, because I'm not the tallest person in the world, they hem the pants, and I get a big piece of extra cloth, and I use that. You can use T-shirt. You could use really any cloth you have around the house, any spare old cloth, an old piece of dress shirt, blue jeans. A lot of times I use old jeans. I use the denim from those. I'm going to attach this. I'm going to use some spray-on glue, spray-on adhesive. Shake that up good. Got to shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Whoa. This does not want to go where I want to go. Spraying a little wild today, so we'll go ahead and put down some paper. Doing this is going to be on this side, not the inside of the mouth, the inside of the head. So let's get that sprayed down. Now I'm actually going to put my hair dryer on low, dry this up a little bit. It's contact cement. The spray adhesive is a contact cement. And the contact cements, they always work best to get them a little dry, a little tacky first. So we're going to be doing that. Hair dryer is a great way to speed up the process. If you don't want to use a hair dryer, you can just let it sit and wait. About 10 minutes of resting time, we do the same thing. Now, again, we don't want to lay this flat. Well, that flat, it's going to bind. So you need to have it closed. Get that right there. Fold this up. Fold this over. Now this is going to add a lot of strength to this puppet mouth now. I got the gaffer's tape, which is already pretty strong. Let's take it one step further with the cloth. Trim away the edges. This part will be inside the head, so worry about being perfect, don't. Using old scissors for this. Because there's a lot of glue and I don't want to get glue on my good scissors. Actually, I have 3 pairs of scissors I'm using right now. This pair, which is my rough pair, they're old, they're kind of wore out. So I use those on foam, I use those on gluey pieces, sticky pieces. Got another pair I've been using on cloth, and just cloth. Now I have a very expensive pair of sewing scissors I use on cloth. Now I generally use the expensive pair just on my fleece. They are very expensive, but it's good to have good tools. See, so it's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be. It's going to be inside the head. It's good. Next step, I'm going to go ahead and put my material inside the mouth. And I have some red foam. There, here we go. Red fleece. Okay, so this is a nice red fleece. This Echo 5 Plus 9 by 12. Alright. Joann Fabrics. You can buy bigger pieces of felt. It's just red felt. And this is going to go inside the mouth. It's going to be the inside of the mouth. These are the ones I use on cloth, but not glue. Save this piece. I can use that on another puppet for a tongue. I'm using red felt for the inside of the mouth. You could use black. You can use pink. You can use any color you want, actually. So if I do a black mouth, this will make nice tongue material. Save that. Save as much as you can. That's my philosophy. Get this shook up. 3M high strength 90. Some good stuff. There we go. So that on there. I also have some Elmer's Craft Bond. You can use Elmer's Craft Bond. So this was the 3M 90. Let's make sure I get a good camera shot. There's a lot different, really, you can use. Try this a little bit. You're going to notice I'm actually only putting it on the mouth plate. I didn't put any on the felt. I don't want to float through the felt. This I can lay flat because this closes. So let that flat press, and that glue will hold just fine. And now, notice I can still shut it. This piece has to be wrapped on when the mouth is closed. The mouth inside of the mouth you put on when the mouth is open. And then you get this. You got a nice puppet mouth here. And again, we can trim away the extra. Real careful here. Bring that nice and around. And that's gone. Now I'll put in teeth and tongue later. Got a little bit of shadow here. The next step is how am I going to control this when it's inside the head? And my answer, what I like is finger tubes. I like finger tubes. You can, and a lot of people do this. Take a piece of the elastic. I'm just looking to thread some elastic right on hand here. I'm sure I do. Of course, I never have it when I want, right? I have a whole big roll. Right where I not. Is that it? There it is. Here we go. Got some elastic here. What you do is you just lay that right across the mouthpiece. If you're using wooden plates, rivets are a great way to hold something like this down and hold that right on that plate. Your fingers go right underneath. Right in there. It stretches. Make it a little tight. Stretch, so you can put that down. But I'm not going to use elastic. I really like using finger tubes. I like the control they give me. We're going to make finger tubes. For this, I'll use 1/2 inch foam. And a razor blade. I don't like to change this blade all the time, so I'm not using this one. I can make that blade last longer if I don't use it on foam. Foam destroys razor blades. They're cheap, so it works out. Okay, I'm going to look on my tube about yay deep. Inches wise, that's 2 inches. I know from experience I need about 4 inches. Go ahead and do it down to 5. So for now that's 5 by 2. Take the razor blade, cut this nice and square. Yeah, you will go